Hey, I'm Candace, your host, and if you're ready to grow your business and build your authority by getting booked on podcasts, I've got something special for you. I'm launching a brand new course that will walk you through exactly how to get booked on podcasts. Everything from identifying the right shows to pitching, preparing for interviews, and leveraging your guest appearances for growth. Plus, if you sign up for the waitlist now, you'll get early access to the course and these special bonuses. When you officially enroll in the course, you'll save $50 and get a free one-on-one strategy call with me to help you prep your speaking points and align your offers. These bonuses are limited and end on April 13th, so make sure to sign up today. Head to the link in the show notes to join and get started on your podcast guesting journey. I can't wait to help you get booked and start sharing your message with the world. Now let's dive into today's episode. I have a great show for you today with our special guest, Hilary Krueger. She is a marketing expert, but I want you to know that we had some wild and crazy tech issues throughout our recording. And so if you can just bear with us through a couple moments throughout this show, you are sure to love this episode. Welcome back to the show, everybody. I have a special guest. Hilary is a Minnesota mom of four who helps with content and email marketing for story-driven, relationship-led connection in businesses local to the Twin Cities and online. I'm super excited to have you here, Hilary. Welcome to the show.
Yay. Thanks so much for having me, Candace. So fun.
This is kind of wild of how we met because we literally met from me following you on social media, but then come to find out one of your best friends I played college basketball with. We went to the same college, but our paths never crossed. And I'm living a few miles from your hometown and we know like a million of the same people. So I love social media for that.
So wild. It's literally so wild how like we're literally just one person away from everybody like
Yes.
in the whole world. So great.
Tell us a bit about your journey from motherhood to creating and running your own marketing agency.
I, unlike a lot of people, I feel like, well, maybe not so much in the online world, but opening and starting my business, I don't have a marketing degree. Like I didn't go to college for marketing. I didn't go to communications. I didn't go there for journalism. I literally went there for art and design. And I remember my mom was like, you're going to end up living in a van down by the river painting pictures. And I was like, okay, that's not exactly what I want to do. But I also have ADHD and my husband is incredibly smart. He has his master's degree in behavioral psychology. He's basically a child psychologist, a board certified behavioral analyst. And on top of all of that, he's very, very fit, very athletic. Like it's been to regional CrossFit games. He played college football. He's super athletic. So when I, started listening to a lot of business podcasts and just reading a lot of books, I also have 4 kids. So it was like woven into my days of getting up in the middle of the night, breastfeeding my kids, being pregnant, like having insomnia, raising kids. I was basically the definition of mom. Like if you looked up mom in the dictionary, it was like Hilary. Hilary is supporting her husband in his, dreams of going to the CrossFit games. And Hilary is, the homemaker, making all the food and doing all these things. But I have no idea how else to say this in a better way, but I was freaking miserable. I literally just want to like reiterate, like he was not into that. Like he was not like, do this for me or do that. I just felt like I was just a heart of service, just like whatever you need, whatever you want to do. You're the one with a master's degree. You're the one that's super athletic. You're the one. And I kept putting aside this like secret thing that I felt was like a calling to open a business. So I listened to this one podcast in the middle of an afternoon. It's nothing riveting. It's not like, oh my God, I had this like crazy come to Jesus moment. It wasn't like that. It was like 2 PM. I'm folding baby clothes and I was listening to this podcast of this guy and he was talking about opening a gym for kids that had cognitive disabilities and how movement and fitness was helping them with their behavior. And I'm like, this is it. We need to open a gym, Tyler. Like, we need to do this. It's like, okay. So we found a place to open a gym. We got a business partner. We literally funded it almost all ourselves or with a couple friends helped us out. We didn't take out any loans. And on the morning of March 4th, 2018, was day 1 of our gym opening. And in the evening of March 4th, 2018, we had our 3rd child. So I literally birthed I birthed 2 babies in the same day. It was really great. Our gym was very successful because I'm not going to say it's because of me, but I'm just going to humbly say it's because of me, because
Yeah.
I saw the value in email marketing
Mm.
and content marketing and telling stories. So right out the gate, started an Instagram page, started an email list. I listened to a lot of books, a lot of podcasts on organic marketing, and I posted every single day, and I posted stories about the members that were joining. I documented the first couple of days. I documented the journey of what it was building from start to finish. I literally documented everything, so much so that people were so invested in the stories. And we, grew to 120 members in less than a year, which is a lot of members for a CrossFit gym in a short period of time. I did all of the behind the scenes. Like, I did every piece of marketing. I also did all the taxes, all the finances, all of these things. And that was going great. We also opened another business called Behavior Change Collective, which I did all of the things on the back end of that. My husband was also the face of that. And you can kind of see the trend here. It was
Yeah.
like, I thought in order to be anything in life, it had to be behind somebody who society thought as the golden child. I mean, my parents, when they used to introduce me and Tyler, they would be like, "This is my son-in-law, Tyler. He has his master's degree in blah, 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 blah. And he's so wonderful. Oh, and this is my daughter, Hilary." Like, it was always just
Yeah.
like, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." So then the pandemic hit. We had an online course for parents of problematic behavior. There's a lot of things that happened in between then. My husband got let go from his job. I was no longer bartending anymore. Our gym, was whatever because of the pandemic. People couldn't come in. So we were doing online classes, and we launched an online course, and it was also very, very, very successful. I did all the marketing. I did all the email marketing, all the posting. I basically like made a list every single day for Tyler to do. I was like, respond to this comment, create a post like this, create a video like this. This is how I want you to hold the phone. This is how I want you to edit it. This is how it needs to be. Like, I literally did everything.
Yeah.
And then one day in June during the pandemic, we also found out we were pregnant with our fourth child. And he was just like, "Hey, I want to tell you something." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I'm not an online guy. I just don't want to do this." I was
Yeah.
like, "What the heck?" So I got really mad, but it was the best thing he had ever done for me by saying, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I don't want
Yeah.
to be the face. I don't want to run an online business. And so I was in a mentorship group with actually Jenna Kutcher. Maybe your followers
Oh,
know who
yeah.
that is, but I was in a business mentorship with Jenna Kutcher. This was 4 years ago now, 5 years ago now. And I made a simple post in the group, and I said, "Hey, I'm looking to just help one person with their online marketing. I'll help you with your email marketing, your content marketing. I'll tell you exactly what to post, how to do it. I have now built and scaled 2 businesses to multi 6 figures in less than a year. I know exactly what to do. I don't have a degree. I just want to help one person." I put up a Google form. I went to bed, and I woke up in the morning, and I had 52 people apply.
Oh my.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I wanted to help one person. We'll have 52 people apply." So I ended up running 2 small groups. I ran 2 small groups of 5 people and ended up taking 5 one-on-one clients. So literally in 24 hours, I went from my husband being my only quote unquote client to having 15 clients and making $20,000 in the middle of a pandemic, helping everybody transition to their business to be
Yeah.
online. And literally my business has not slowed down since. And it all stemmed from me thinking I had to be behind the scenes to my husband saying, "I don't want to do this anymore." I took a bet on myself and just decided
Yes.
I can be the face of a business now. And it's been amazing. It's literally been amazing. It
Yeah.
hasn't slowed down. It's been so great.
Why do you think that you felt that way from the beginning, that you had to be the behind the scene person?
I think that the main reason was because of societal norms
Mm.
around being a quote unquote business owner, having a degree, having like massive success in something, having all these certifications or all of these checking all these marks around what people deem as a business owner. But the more I get into online space, the more I realize that Barbara from Shark Tank said it so well. She was like, the most successful business owners are the ones that don't have a degree and
Mm.
likely have some type of cognitive disability. And I have ADHD, and I
Yeah.
don't have it, and I don't have a degree. So I remember hearing her say that on Shark Tank, and I was like, amen. All right, that's all that I needed.
If
Thank
Barbara
you.
says it, it's true. So you go from motherhood to launching and opening all these businesses, and they're very different from each other. How did you know, and what advice would you have for someone who is getting these nudges, not sure how to follow them, which ones to follow, what to do next? How do you navigate that?
The biggest piece of advice that I give to anybody that comes to me that has something that they're curious about or that they're even passionate about and they don't know where to start, the best place to start is to start documenting and sharing your curiosity. I think as moms, a lot of times you see people that are starting a business or that are very successful with an online business. I mean, I probably portray that I have a very successful business, which I do. And then people think I could never do that. But the underlining thing that I want people to never forget is that I just started sharing my journey with no offer to have. Like I literally had no offer. I think that we don't always have to share what we're passionate about. You can share your curiosity. If you are a mom at home and you are curious about gardening, start sharing your gardening journey. Then people start questioning. If you are, working out at home and you are starting a new weightlifting program and you're doing it in your garage, just share you working out. It's not that complex. It's not anything to sell. It's just sharing something new in what you're excited about and inviting people along for the journey. And then things come and stem from there because you get like this external motivation or this external like curiosity of other people. And then it just grows from there,
Right. You start to notice what people are commenting on or what they're asking you, and then that can kind of lead you into what's next. Are you an entrepreneur looking to start or grow your business while feeling supported and seen every step of the way? Join the Aligned Business Collective, the monthly membership I co-host with Andrea Hansen and Brittany Williams, designed for entrepreneurs like you. This is your space to connect, learn, and build a business that truly works for you, while we hold you accountable with our weekly calls and on-demand coaching. Head to the link in the show notes to learn more and join today.
Exactly. The underlining thing is that it's very hard to put yourself out there of your curiosity when you feel like nobody cares, nobody's listening. Why would I do this? That's another underlining thing that I definitely help people with, because it's like, well, I don't look good. But it's like I didn't look good either when I started off. I was literally like milk stained, breastfeeding, 2 hours of sleep, kids in and out of the hospital, like baby that had COVID. Like it was not easy.
Right. That's a story I told myself forever, was like, oh, I can't post on social media and do this, network marketing that I wanted to do because I'm just boring and I don't have a story and I don't have big T trauma and, it's boring. But the fact is, like, we all have stories and there's people that are waiting for us to relate to us because one that relates to you isn't going to relate to me or vice versa. And so it's just a crap story that we tell ourselves.
I also think that the thing that you just said is there's so much relatability in the boring. There's less relatability in a curated video of me speaking on stage in front of 10,000 people. But there's a hell of a lot more relatability in me posting a video in my king size bed, recording a podcast with my 3-year-old home on a Friday.
Right.
Like, that's relatable. And that seems boring and mundane and everyday, but like that's the pieces that people relate to you on.
And I also love that you don't have a degree and that you're not shy to say that, because I think that's another hang up. I know it was for me as well when I'm, transitioning into, well, I don't want to do this network marketing stuff anymore. It feels unaligned. And so then I'm out there like grasping at straws. I was a teacher, so you got to have degrees to be a teacher. And so I'm grasping at straws like, okay, well, I'll go get my life coaching certification. That'll be it. Then I'll feel better. I'll go get my mindfulness coaching certification. That'll be the ticket. Like, I got to go get these certifications to be able to coach people on what I already know I'm good at. These certifications are doing jack diddly. I already know how to get someone from point A to point B, but I felt I needed that before I could, really be the thing I wanted to be.
There is this really, really good diagram. Maybe I'll send it to you after we record. And it came from, I actually had a business coach about 3 years ago, and his name was Mike Kim. He wrote a book. It's called You Are the Brand, and it's really, really good. What ends up happening for people with high levels of degree or people that are very classically trained, like in education, is we want to become a thought leader in the space. So you are a rookie, you feel like you're a rookie right now, or maybe an imposter, because who are you to teach people about fitness? You don't have a degree in that. So what ends up happening is you feel in order to become that thought leader or that expert in the space, you need to go get more degrees, go get more certifications, go spend more time proving that you are the expert behind the scenes. But what you're actually doing is you're moving so much further away than what you should be doing, because what you should be doing is acting like an influencer. And what influencers do a really good job at is they post every single day. Kim Kardashian, arguably not that great of a business person. I don't really. What do those 21-year-olds who don't have a degree in nutrition and who don't have a degree in kinesiology, why are they getting millions of followers and making millions of dollars? Because they're posting every day. They're not going to school to go get more certifications. They're not going to get more training. They're learning and showcasing it as they go. And that's a really hard concept for people that are already set with that 21-year-old who's selling millions of dollars of nutrition packages and literally has no degree, no certifications, nothing. The cool thing is that somebody like you or somebody who is a dietitian, all a dietitian has to do to have an upper hand on that 21-year-old is post every day. Do it consistently, because you have the upper hand with a certification. You have the upper hand with a degree. Just stop trying to think that you need more certifications, more degrees, more training, more courses. You don't need more. You need to do more. You don't need to learn more. You know enough. Trust me. You know enough.
It reminds me of, I think there's a quote or something out there that's like, hey, just so you know, there's other people that know less than you doing what you want to do, and they're getting paid for it. Like you just said, you don't need more. Yeah.
But it's very hard.
Yeah, it is. I do think it's also our generation too, because we were the generation that you go to school, you graduate high school, you go to college. That's the path. It's shifting now. And I like the shift, but we still grew up in that.
I completely agree. And I feel that if you don't choose that path, you have to be so confident in your choice because you get questioned. And a lot of people lack the confidence in the questioning because all they have are themselves. Like as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I am so social, but I am so lonely. Like it really is.
Yes.
It is so, I am just obsessed with people. I love stories. I love building relationships. I love people, but it is so isolated. If you tell somebody you're like, I'm going to school to be a nurse or I'm going to school to be a doctor, people are like, oh my gosh, that's such hard work. Wow, you must be up late and you have 4 kids, Hilary. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. If I tell people I'm growing my online marketing business, they're like, okay, why are you showing up online? Oh, you're like, there's no concrete framework or timeline that people understand. So you're constantly having to prove yourself while also working arguably just as hard as a doctor late nights. Like I'm launching right now. I was up till 11:30 last night. I was up at 5:15 this morning. I had 2 sales calls. I'm on this pot. Like it's people don't understand being an online business owner or an entrepreneur, but they understand the concept of like going to school to be a doctor and how hard that is with 4 kids at home. But arguably, you and I have a very hard job too.
Right. And I think when you keep getting met with those comments, like, like the scrunched face, like, well, what, you left your teaching career to do what? It just plays back the little bit of doubt that you have in your own self of like, well, yeah, maybe this is crazy. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. It just feeds into that, which is why I also tell everybody that I work with, if you're going to be in the middle of launching a brand new baby business,
you're not telling everybody and everything. Like you don't need to go tell all your people and coworkers and friends and then be met with their comments in those early stages. Like save that for the people that have the best energy and are going to meet you with that right kind of energy that you need to keep pushing through that hard part of getting that started.
No, totally. It's so funny you say that because you probably realize this too, but a lot of my best friends, I take that back. 50% of my best friends are online that I haven't met. I've met the other half already, which is really, really great. That has been good over the last year, is that I've met a lot of my like online besties, and they're the same person as they are online. They're just maybe shorter than what I thought.
Tell me, what do you wish people knew about marketing?
I wish that people knew that marketing is not something that you can automate. Marketing is not something that just creates a sale. Marketing is about opening a relationship, and it's for a long game. And I think the moment that any business tries to automate their marketing or their relationship building is the moment their business starts to go downhill, because you're trying to be too big and you're trying to automate relationships. And that's not something that Chat GPT or AI will ever be able to replace, is you and your personality and your growth and your change in your relationship building.
And what are just a few tips that you can give someone starting out that is like, yep, I finally need to take action, and now I need to start this marketing. Where do they start? Do they get on social media? Do they build an email list? Do they need to be doing it all? Where's their time best spent?
If you are just getting started with a dream idea around a business, 90% of your business building should be forward facing online, meaning where's the platform that you feel most comfortable showing up and sharing on your heart. Do that and draw awareness to you and connect with others. I think that's another missing link in marketing is not, I made a post and nobody liked it. To me, the question that I would ask is, you made a post, but how many other people's posts did you like and comment on? It's not, I'm making posts and nobody's seeing it. I'm making posts and nobody's commenting. I'm making posts and nobody's liking. It should be the complete opposite. It should be 90% you posting on other people.
Okay, my final question is, what message would you like the listeners to take away today if they remember nothing else? What do you want them to kind of hold with them?
The main thing is that if you know someday that you were made for more than just like being a mom at home or working your 9 to 5, and you don't know what that is, just start sharing your curiosity on any type of social platform and find a group of other people or one or two other friends who just encourage that journey, and just start building relationships in person and online and see where it takes you. If you have something specific that you like to talk about or that you've wanted to talk about, great. Then you're like 10 steps ahead of a lot of other people that think that they want to have passive income or start a business online or whatever that is. Don't also get sucked into the idea of, I just want to make money, because the person who creates and shows up to just share and serve will make way more money than the person who shows up to decide, I want to make money. So just sharing and documenting is the best way to market. And I tell all of my businesses that, like, all of my clients, whether they're a multi-million-dollar business or they're a solopreneur just starting up, they all have the same marketing plan. And that's build relationships, start making connections, engage with other people, and showcase that your story that's relatable.
Yes. Thank you for that. And tell us, where can we find you?
Okay, so if people are on TikTok, you can find me at Honest CEO Hilary with one L. On Instagram, I'm Hilary Krueger, but it looks like Krueger. It's Hilary with one L and then Krueger, but you pronounce it Krueger. And my website is hilarykrueger.com.
Thanks for being on. And I'm going to link all that in the show notes for the listeners.
Awesome. Thanks, Candace.
All right. And to the listeners, have a better brave day.
Thanks for tuning in. If you're ready for podcast mentoring, whether it's setup, editing, planning, or guesting, you can book a one-on-one call with me through the link in the show notes. I hope you feel seen, inspired, and like your dreams and goals are completely valid, because they are. See you next Tuesday.